The Brazilian Jiu Jitsu Pioneers, the Gracie Era, Episode 12, a critical, respectful examination of the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu's founding family, Chapter 2, what the Gracies really invented. The classic Gracie origin story centers on a frail, undersized teenager named Hélio Gracie, too weak to train. He sat in the corner watching, first his brother Carlos, and later other family members teach the techniques they had learned from Mitsuyo Maeda, Count Koma. One day, when Carlos was late for a private lesson, Helio stepped in and taught the student from memory. When he later tried the moves himself, he found he couldn't execute them with the same power his brothers could. So he began adapting them to rely more on leverage and timing than raw strength. That's the version Helio told in interviews, and that the family has promoted for decades. The reality is more nuanced and, in important ways, more interesting. First, the techniques Maeda taught Carlos were not traditional judo as practiced in Japan. Maeda was a professional challenge fighter who emphasized ground fighting, ne-waza, far more than the Kodokan did at the time. Leverage, timing, and off balancing were already core principles. Helio did not invent leverage. Second, the frail and forbidden to train narrative appears exaggerated. Contemporary records and photos show a lean but active Helio who swam, rode, and trained intensely from his mid teens onward. The story of lifelong physical weakness served a powerful marketing purpose. It proved that anyone, especially a smaller, weaker person, could win with the Gracie system. What Helio and Carlos actually did was far more specific. They took the bottom position, what wrestlers treat as a loss and judoka treat as a fleeting transition, and turned it into an offensive platform. From the guard, you could control a larger opponent with your legs and hips, off balance them, sweep them, submit them. That's the real revolution. Bottom position as a place of safety and attack. In a world where most fighters had no idea what to do on the ground, that was a tectonic shift. But notice something important. This innovation is very specific. It's not that the Gracies invented the perfect, complete martial art. They developed a brilliant solution to a specific problem. How can a smaller person survive and even win from their back against someone bigger? That's textbook business 101 marketing, recognizing the innovation for what it actually was rather than the broader myth of inventing leverage beats strength. Gives a clearer picture of both the Gracie's real contribution and the evolution of modern Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.